Colorado Avalanche Hockey on Altitude is brought to you by Honda. Get to your local Rocky Mountain Honda dealer today or visit RockyMountainHondaDealers.com. Jeep, and the unique brand of freedom you'll only find in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com. Quitline, free tools to help you quit for good. Colorado Quitline, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Bicycle Village, huge holiday specials going on now, including their famous Hide a Bike program. The top-rated staff will assemble and hide your bike until Christmas. And by the Monkey Sports Superstore, now open in Colorado. Shop for the hockey, lacrosse, or baseball player on your Christmas list in Greenwood Village or at monkeysports.com. Always feels like a special night when the Avalanche and the Red Wings play. And we are set for tonight's game, the first of two meetings this year. They'll get together in Denver in early February for the other game during the regular season. And for the Avalanche, back-to-back nights. Last night, a 5-1 win over the Buffalo Sabres. Detroit had the night off, and here we go. The puck is dropped, and we are underway from Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Dumped into the corner by Detroit. Spun up the boards, knocked down by Kyle Quincy. Backhands it around the wall. Scooped up behind the net by Sheahan. Threw it out in front. And the puck comes free along to the near side wall. Landeskog battling for the puck. Wings get it back. Shipped away into the near face-off circle off of Sheahan. Avalanche get it. Landeskog put it back between the circles. Erik Johnson, who scored a goal last night for the Avalanche in Buffalo. Throws the puck ahead. Datsyuk got it back and sends the puck across for DeKeyser to take for Detroit. The defenseman leaves the puck behind the net. Just beginning things from Motor City, the Avalanche and the Red Wings meeting for the first time this season. The Red Wings are 17-8-8 with 42 points, 11-4-5 on home ice, but they've gone 5 consecutive games without getting a victory. Let's talk goaltenders. We show you our Ford lineup, starting with the goaltenders tonight.
Well, both of these clubs, Semyon Varlamov for the Avalanche, Jimmy Howard for the Detroit Red Wings, are the number ones. But it's interesting, Calvin Pickard and Peter Mrazek might have played against each other twice this season already, and it was in Grand Rapids versus Lake Erie, and they're 1-1, so this is a tiebreaker here tonight.
A couple of young goaltenders going at it. The puck is driven to the near side corner. We're going to have a whistle, and it looks like our first penalty call of the game. It comes early. Tim Peel, the referee.
It's going to be high sticking on Cromwell.
It's high sticking.
He got his stick up just a little bit on Nathan MacKinnon. And I'll tell you, just talking to the Detroit coaching staff before tonight's game, they were saying, boy, the kid's starting to really go. On this road trip alone, MacKinnon had 6 shots in Pittsburgh. He had 3 last night, starting to get, hopefully get that offense cranked up for the Avalanche.
That line of Duchesne, MacKinnon, and Talbot out to right now. They were combined in Buffalo and played very well against the Sabres. Red Wings steal away the puck. This is a good penalty-killing team. They are second best in the National Hockey League. Helm turns and shoots. That took a funny little ride towards goaltender Calvin Pickard. Normally sees the puck so clearly to come at him, but he just sort of reacted differently than he normally does at a shot. Red Wings clear the puck, goes off of Duchesne out to center. Now if the Avs score on the power play, a lucky winner will get Avalanche tickets to an upcoming game, courtesy of American Lifestyle Furniture. For a chance to win, register at afwonline.com/altitude. Colorado on the power play. 14 power play goals scored this season. They did get a power play goal last night in the game against Buffalo. It was scored by John Mitchell, his first power play goal of the season. Puck comes rolling around the wall, chipped at by Brendan Smith, but the Avalanche managed to keep the puck inside the line. Down the near side with a pass for Daniel Briere. Between the circles, shot winged wide by Redmond. And Erickson for Detroit will take the puck and shoot it down the ice back into the Colorado zone.
Yeah, for the Avalanche last night, Mike, everything worked. They had a shorthand goal, which turned out to be the game winner by Cody McLeod. Power play goal. They had an empty net goal. They did it all against Buffalo last night.
Mitchell has the puck. Rolled it back up the wall towards Tyson Barrie. Mavs continue on the power play, but just 15 seconds left in the Kronwall penalty for high sticking. Centered in front. McGinley was in the right spot, but the stick was lifted and the puck sailed past him. Back to center. Tyson Barrie carries the puck into the Detroit zone. Kronwall's out of the penalty box, and Detroit continues their fine penalty killing as they prevent the Avs from scoring on the power play. Kronwall leaves the puck behind him. Datsyuk had to stretch, but he gets to it. His shot gets blocked. It's now going to be a penalty on the Avalanche. Pavel Datsyuk draws the penalty. Jan Hayes, or rather, excuse me, it'll be John Mitchell going into the penalty box for Colorado.
Colorado penalty number 7, 2 minutes slashing.
Michael, I've always talked about how much I like Pavel Datsyuk as a player. Where do you rate him as a player in this league? Datsyuk.
In terms of what, Peter?
All-round play. I think he's the best all-round hockey player in the National Hockey League. His skill set.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah. I mean, there's other guys maybe better offensively, some guys better defensively, but the combination of both, he is just incredible to watch play. He is so smart on the ice.
It is a power play chance for Detroit. Shot by Datsyuk, and that was stopped. Steal made by Talbot. Coming out to center, his pass through the middle, picked off, and it was Datsyuk who got in the way of the pass. Sends the puck back behind him for Kronwall to take. John Mitchell in the penalty box. Red Wings on the power play. Avs did not score on their man advantage early in the period. So we are scoreless in the first. Just about 4 minutes played in our game. Lifted out by the Avs. So these are two good penalty killing teams. It's tough to score a power play goal tonight. Zetterberg back to retrieve the puck. A handoff goes to Kindle. Dropped it back behind him and carried up ice by Tatar. Shot to the corner in the Colorado zone. Stewart, former Red Wing, plays the puck around the boards. Comes free. Wings have got it. Pass back towards Jakob Kindl from the point. His shot juggled, and it goes off of Calvin Pickard. Avalanche still get to the loose puck and bang it out to center ice. Kindl will take it back for Detroit.
Led by Nicholas Lidstrom for so long, Mike, the Detroit Red Wings always seem to be the best team in the league. Defensemen hitting the net from the point.
Pass in front all alone. There's a chance for Sheahan, but that's blocked. Tatar couldn't hold on to the puck. Tip back to the corner. Tatar lobs it to the point for Kindl. 20 seconds left in the Mitchell penalty. Bounce back towards the point for Kindl. Slides it across. Shot off a skate and wide. Picked up along the wing by Nyquist. Sheahan's pass. It's tipped up in the air and it hits the screen above the glass. The puck has gone out of play with just 9 seconds left in the Mitchell penalty.
Well, both of these goaltenders, and the second and third youngest guys in the National Hockey League. Mrazek, this is Mike, his 13th game in the National Hockey League, only his third start here at the Joe, and for Calvin Pickard, the beat just goes on. He did 3 times this year play back-to-back games for Lake Erie. In other words, both games of back-to-backs.
Which is not an unusual thing in the American Hockey League, because you get a lot of weekends where you're playing Friday, Saturday nights. When you go to one city, maybe you're going to play them twice, or you have cities that are closer to each other, and you just bust and play back-to-back nights.
Absolutely, and he was 1-2 with a 3.33 goals against average in those games in the second game.
Power play done for Detroit, so the Avalanche do their job on the penalty kill. So both teams have killed a penalty, and we're still scoreless in the first period at Joe Louis Arena. Datsuk's pass slides ahead for Zetterberg. Feeds to the corner. Zetterberg, Datsuk, and Franzen out on the ice for the Red Wings. So they got their big guns out right now for Detroit. Mitchell chips the puck up the wall. Kept in at the point momentarily by Detroit. Then it's tipped out of play. And we get another whistle. And we'll be back. Both teams with a power play chance, but neither team has scored in our first period. It's 0-0.
Mike, the man they call Gus Nyquist has really exploded on the scene in the last season and a half for these Detroit Red Wings. And there is just the Detroit way of doing things. You do not just come into the National Hockey League, Mike, and, miss the minors. Every single one of these young guys, Nyquist, Tatar, Abdelkader, Sheahan, all played in the minors for the Detroit Red Wings. As a matter of fact, Nyquist played over 250 games in the minors. And no, pardon me, Tatar played over 250 games in the minors. And it's just one of those things that they do with all of their young guys.
They really have the same system, don't they? Grand Rapids and Detroit. So those players come through that system, and they're ready to play how Mike Babcock wants them to play when they get to Detroit.
And that's why they always seem to have an older hockey club. Look at average age. Well, they spent
Duchesne in front for McKinnon, but the puck slipped away. Back behind the net, jammed to the corner. Coming over to get it, Glendening with the puck behind the net for Erickson to take. Backhands the puck to center ice. Stopped at the red line by Colorado. Redmond turned back into his own zone. Red Wings changing up. Pass goes through. Down the middle comes Talbot, poked away by Quincy. Talbot catches up to the puck. Quincy reaches for it, pushes it up ice. Out to center ice for Cleary. Handoff. Sheahan dances in, he shoots, and the rising shot misses high. Around the wall for O'Reilly. Flipped out to center ice. Quincy shoots the puck across. Struggles for just a moment by DeKaiser. Recovers at the red line. Yurko lost the puck to O'Reilly. And Nate Gennon for the Avalanche sends it across for Brad Stewart. Going to make a pass. Slowed up by the Wings. Comes back to Stewart. Gennon then bounces it off the boards in front of the penalty boxes. And jammed right back the other way by Detroit. Gennon will retrieve the puck for Colorado. 12:25 to play. First period. No score between the Avalanche and the Red Wings. Detroit with 3 shots on net. Avs have yet to get a shot on goal. O'Reilly handles the puck. Back to the point. Hayda drills one. That stopped. And into the corner. Backhand around by Jakob Kindl. Bronzon's first pass got blocked. Taken away on a steal by O'Reilly. Pulls up. Jams the puck to the corner for Landeskog. Back to the point. Sent across for Johnson. In the slot. Mitchell shoots. Pad save made by Mrazek, and he covers the puck. That's the first test of the night for Peter Mrazek.
Well, we saw it last night for the Colorado Avalanche. I thought they had as good a passing game as they've had all season. Everybody was alert and ready and open. I thought the defensemen were the underrated part of the game for the Avalanche as far as how they moved the puck up. And again, just those little plays down close for McKinnon right now. I'm getting a little frustrated. There's no question that he, it's been like 14 games now, Mike, since he's had his last goal, and for a young guy, that's an eternity.
Especially for a guy used to scoring a lot of goals. He certainly did in his junior career. Pass behind the net, and DeKaiser will take it. Lobbed out to center, cut off by Tanguay as he brings the puck in, ruled to be offside Colorado.
I'll tell you, I can't tell you the number of people that are really impressed with Alex Tanguay's play. And of course, nobody really saw him last year. The first part of the season, he played well for the Avalanche, but everybody was playing well. This year, he has been, in my mind, and I think, Mike, you and I have talked about this, the most consistent forward, certainly, for the Avalanche, and now leads them in points.
And what a season he has had. 11 goals, 11 assists. We talk about being consistent, 22 points. Moving in, backhanded by Everberg, stopped by Mrazek. The puck comes free. McLeod jammed at it, saved by Mrazek. And the rebound run out towards center by Smith. He'll shoot the puck ahead, and that end up in the near corner. Cleary centers off the side of the net between the circles. Smith turns, fans on it, and the Avalanche move out to center ice. Aired ahead by McLeod. Gets into the Detroit zone. He shoots. Mrazek steers the puck wide of the net into the corner. Run around the wall. Pinching in from the near side. Redmond for Colorado. Works the pass towards the corner. And the puck comes free. Kindl took it back for Detroit. Up off the boards. Not deep enough for an icing call. Allows the Red Wings to change up. Meanwhile, Stewart jammed by Tatar. And the puck passed up off the wall for McKinnon. Gives to Duchesne. Comes in with speed. Coming wide. He shoots. The save made by Mrazek. And the puck comes along the end boards towards the corner in the Detroit zone. Worked by Erickson up the boards. Avalanche do a nice job to steal it back. Duchesne stops, turns. His pass blocked. Punch to the corner. McKinnon takes it for Colorado. Back to the point. Stewart sends one wide of the net. Back up the wall. Chopped at by the Wings. Didn't get out of the zone. And a steal made by Sheahan. He's up ice. Got a man with him. Gives him the puck. The shot. And that rising shot misses high. Goes around the wall to the far side. Quick pass out to center ice for Duchesne. Reaches the red line, lobs the puck into the corner. Coming back to get it, Quincy for Detroit.
And Mike, you're seeing how Detroit likes to play. They like to play with pace, which the Avalanche love to do also. So this could be a very quick hockey game.
Puck was tipped to went out of play, and so we got a whistle. Both teams getting some chances, but we don't have any goals yet. In Detroit, it's 0-0. Let's see who's in the groove. Brought to you, as always, by Groove Subaru. And this was the line that did the most damage last night in Buffalo.
But they were good from the first minute right till the end when Alex Tanguay banged in the Avalanche's first empty net goal of the season. But they moved the puck. And Mike, we're just continuing to see that chemistry between 12 Iginla and 40 Alex Tanguay that they had for so many years together in Calgary. And is Mitchell going to be that guy that can be in between those guys and help them just be that defensively strong and keep the offense going?
Really looked good last night, that's for sure. No score in our game, 9:20 to go. Avalanche with no shots in the first 8 minutes and 10 seconds, but they've had the last 5 shots of this game. Meanwhile, the puck in the Colorado zone. And a steal by O'Reilly behind the net. He gets clobbered by Franzen. And then Franzen got checked by Johnson, and Franzen's hurts. No, neither referee put his arm up to signal a penalty, but Franzen dropped down to the ice, and he is obviously hurt on the play.
Mike, we could hear him yell from here. And it's one of those things, Mike, I think he got it in the ribs, and it's just one of those things where, Mike, sometimes you move and you get in position where you have no padding at all. Let's have a look at it right here. Now, listen.
It's very clear.
Very clear. And now again, watch where he gets him, right above the white part, right? And there's no pants there, and your shoulder pads don't come down. So you got a big guy, a horse, like Erik Johnson, give you a shot right there. You are going to feel it. That's what those defensemen, those nasty defensemen, they try not to smile, but inside it's like, yeah.
They're just loving it. And no penalty.
No penalty. I mean, you know.
So we continue 5-on-5, even strength here in the first period of play. Red Wings Avalanche. No score. Pickard handles the puck. His pass goes to Iginla. Shot out to center ice. Smith gets it back. Iginla steals it for the Avalanche. Lost the puck to Smith. The defenseman for the Wings shoots it down the ice back into the Colorado zone. Pickard out to handle the puck. Shot it around. Cut off by Miller. Put the puck in the corner. Even to Cleary. Back around behind the net. Glendening down on the ice. You can hear a little ding as it goes off the side of the net. But the puck is covered. And we'll have a face-off in the Avalanche zone.
Well, when you look at Johan Franzen, Avalanche fans, you can actually dislike this guy. He has beaten the Avalanche to death. Remember the playoff series he had where, you know, it was hat tricks and these goals. He never seems to ever play a game where he doesn't get at least a goal. I think it's 14 goals the last 15 games against the Avalanche, and just big goals at the just important times.
Right now aching a little bit as he sits on the bench after taking that hit from Erik Johnson. Meanwhile, play continues on with Johnson handling the puck for the Avalanche. Sends it across for Hayda. Lost it, then collides with the other number 8 on the ice, Justin Abdelkader. Meanwhile, the Avalanche move the puck to center. Shift ahead by Talbot. He's decked by Kronwall. And Eriksson behind the net scoops up the puck. Makes a quick pass for Zetterberg. Up ice for Abdelkader. Skates ahead and into the Colorado zone. Johnson takes away the puck. He's hit by Abdelkader. Datsuk takes away the puck. He turns, he shoots, knocked down, rebound shot off the post, I believe, and into the corner. Zetterberg has got the puck, circles out from behind the net, works it to the point. Shot around by Quincy, and the puck squeezes free. Duchesne trying to clear, cut off by Zetterberg. Abdelkader in the corner, back off the boards, and Zetterberg's got to come into the neutral zone and then eventually into the Detroit end to get to the puck. He'll leave it for Quincy to take. A couple of dangerous chances there for the Red Wings. Big Kaiser hands it off. Quincy, long pass to center ice for Sheehan. Poke checked away from him, but the Red Wings maintain possession. Pass through the middle by Danny DeKeyser. Shot from center by Tatar around the wall into the Colorado zone. Knocked down. Steal made by Shane. Overskates the puck. Played away up the near side. Smith, aggressive, pinching in from the point. Put the puck into the corner for Sheahan to take. Stewart on him for Colorado. Sheahan spins off the check. Pounds off the boards. Back to Smith. Far point. Shot saved. Rebound. And it's poked away from Stewart. Picked up behind the net by Yurko. Threw it out in front. Bouncing through the crease and wide of the net. Tatar for the Red Wings. Backing up towards the blue line with the puck. Cleach without a stick. Tatar skates into the corner. Cleach given a stick from Cody McLeod. Pass over towards Smith. Back high in the slot for Kindle. He winds, he shoots, and the puck comes wide of the net. It hits the stick on the ice, and the puck is chipped away by the Avs, and that'll allow them to make a line change.
Now, you might wonder, why did McLeod give his stick to Cleach? Cleach is a center iceman. He has more responsibility down low in front of the net. Cody also bit one right there, right off the ankle.
Behind the net, the pass comes over towards Smith. Center ice, racing through the middle. Pass comes over the line for Franzen. He shoots, blocked. He spins, centers in front, stopped by Gennon for the Avalanche, and throws the puck out to center ice. It'll land in the Red Wing zone. DeKeyser snaps it off the wall for Franzen. Then they can pass for Nyquist, broken up, and the Avalanche are offside. And we'll return with no score in the first period in Detroit. Did you know? Presented by Stevenson Automotive. Here is tonight's question. Who did Cody McLeod beat for his first NHL goal against Detroit back in 2007? Was it C1 Mike Vernon, C2 Dominic Hasek, or C3 Chris Osgood? And boy, if you watched that at the time, either there at Pepsi Center or watching on altitude, it's a goal you'll never forget.
And it was a reaction that you'll never forget. And I was, doing a game. He skated by me. Never. I've seen a lot of guys, Mike, we've seen so many guys score their first goal. That's about as excited as I've ever seen somebody when they got their first goal. And everyone's excited, but Cody had a special way of reacting.
Chase for the puck. Played into the corner by Pickard. Now 6 shots for the Wings, 5 for the Avalanche. An interesting way it's gone back and forth. Red Wings had the first 3 shots of the game. Add to the next 5, and the Red Wings have had the last 3. Riley sends the puck off the glass into the wing zone, cut off behind the net. Coming back for it, Tatar sending it around the end boards. DeKeyser chasing, pinching in from the point for the Avalanche. Hayden did a nice job, got it to Landeskog, taken away and pushed off the glass and out by Yurko, back into the Colorado zone. Handled by Eric Johnson. Fires a pass down the ice. That was tipped by Iginla. Well, maybe not. They're calling icing on the Colorado Avalanche. 4:20 left in the period.
Well, for Eric Johnson, it was quite a shift. He gets smoked in the corner, but watch Johnson get up, react, dive out front. You get a little lucky as it goes off the post, but that's the life of a defenseman in the NHL. You got to go in there first to get those pucks. You're going to get rattled. Abdicator is a big guy, hits hard, and then you just got to get up and move.
A tip in front sends the puck wide of the net. Backhand around by Helm. Good up by Gus Nyquist. Handoff goes to Franzen. Helm chase. Will help from Smith. Backhanded behind the Avalanche net. Hayden reverse the puck around the wall, and it gets out of the zone. Going back to get it. Jakob Kindle. Spun it around. Back to center ice. Helm shoots it from center into the Colorado end. Bouncing around behind the net. Get it. Back to get it. Up the boards. Cross ice pass. And carried out to center to Tyson Barrie. Shoots it ahead for Iginla. Sent into the Detroit zone. Chopped away by Erickson. Grabbed by Mitchell. He gets the pass from Barrie. Put it behind the Detroit net. Scramble for the puck. Comes free. There's going to be a penalty. Looked like a stick of Max Talbot came up high on Cronwall. A check for blood.
Yeah, he's leaking for sure.
So that's probably going to be a double minor.
Colorado number 25, 4 minutes high sticking.
And that indeed is the case.
Well, Cromwell got his stick up early on McKinnon, but did not cut him here. The stick comes up of Talbot. Like that's the one that comes directly up under the nose. And anytime there is that blood situation, you're going to get 4. Now, almost like 3:26 remaining. This is a long time. And remember, Talbot is a big part of the penalty killing for the Avalanche, so somebody else is going to have to step up and fill his role.
Detroit 0 for 1 on the power play. They did get a couple of shots on their first power play opportunity, but the Avs killed the penalty. Shot from the point, rising, goes high, off the glass, and slapped out by Colorado.
16:34, which means it's time for another Mama driven by performance.
Razik settles the puck down and carried up the middle of the ice. Out to center by Kronwall. It's to Zetterberg. He's the trailer, gains the line, shoots it to the corner, angles to the side of the net, whipped around by Pickard, cut off by the wings. The Avalanche converge along the wall, back towards the blue line, hustling to keep it in play. Abdelkader put it behind the Colorado net. Johnson first to the puck, squeeze free. Worked back to the point for Nicholas Kronwall. His pass to the corner for Zetterberg behind the net. Jammed at, saved by Pickard, another save, and the puck is covered. Alvin Pickard strong at the post, making a couple of nice saves.
And again, there's always a team that a particular player will play well against. When you watch Franzen just dart in like that, make that play, skate the way that he skates, Mike, it's impossible to believe that now he is now sitting on a 13-game scoring slump and didn't dress for another game for the Detroit Red Wings. I mean, and
he looks like an all-star when he plays the Avalanche.
It has always been remarkable, and there's all around the league, players have that couple of clubs. Sidney Crosby, example, has 29 clubs, if that works.
Everybody. Cleared out. And Razik sets the puck up for Kindle to take. 2:50 remaining in the combined penalties of Max Talbot, a double minor. Hold on, Talbot at 16:34 for high stiffing. Loose puck behind the Colorado net. Bump back towards the point for Kindle. Makes the pass across for Thomas Tatar. Side of the net. Helm trying to get a shot, but stopped by Pickard. And he holds the puck for a faceoff. 30 seconds left in the first of the two minors on Max Talbot.
The Avalanche have watched Detroit now. A couple trying to get the puck down low and try to sort of bring it out in front. Helm does a nice job right now. Mike, in this kid's skate, 43 Helm, he just flies.
It's interesting, isn't it? And certainly this Red Wing team well coached by Mike Babcock. Tony Granato, former Avalanche coach, one of the assistants. And now this is the 13th game for Calvin Pickard, 10th start. Now you've got a book on him now. If you're the coaches, you've watched the tapes. You're looking for ways to beat Pickard. Now he hasn't been beaten much this season, but it's interesting to see what the Red Wings are going to try to do. Shot from the point by Kronwall. Well, that knocked down McLeod. Shot by baby, what a save by Pickard on Datsuk. He robbed him with the glove, and Datsuk can only shake his head in wonderment as Calvin Pickard was ready with the leather and made a sparkling save.
Because, Mike, it's been one of those things for Pickard. If he has been beaten, some of the times it's high. And he's been working hard in practice to do the Semyon Varlamov high hand save. You see it right there. It doesn't start low and have to come up. It's already up. And he does just a tremendous job because Datsuk, I guarantee you, thought he had his spot picked.
2:15 left in the penalties on Talbot. Red Wings control the puck in the Avalanche zone. Kronwall gives it to Datsuk. Down low, pass in the slot for Franzen, taken away. And now into the second penalty. The good news here is that if the Red Wings do score, that's it. What you won't want to do is give up a power play goal in the first 2 minutes and then have the Red Wings stay on the power play. Now into their second power play of the sequence and a third of the game. Zetterberg with the puck. We're now last minute and 10 of the period. That's another factor. Datsuk working his way along the boards. Bounced it back towards the point for Zetterberg. He fanned on it. And O'Reilly looking for an opening and clears it out. Less than a minute to go in the period. Important sequence right here for the Avalanche. They get through the next 50 seconds. Won't leave much time in the second period on the power play. Sheahan coming wide. Pushed into the boards by Hayda. And the puck immediately ripped down the ice by Colorado. That leaves just 30 seconds to go in the period. Kindle headed up ice. Dropped it for the trailer. Tatar through center, makes a pass, but the Avalanche got in the way. Red Wings couldn't get into the zone. Coming back for it, Nyquist. Just 15 seconds remaining. Nyquist with speed into the Avs zone. Cuts across. Curls back to the blue line. 10 seconds left in the period. 5 seconds left. Shot goes wide of the net. Around the boards from the point. Kindle. One last second. No shot. There'll be 33 seconds left of time on the Talbot penalty, but Calvin Pickard, his best save, that glove save on Pavel Datsyuk, and it's a 0-0 game after one period.
But in that whole time, Mike, he was really only asked to make that one big save. There weren't those scramble opportunities. Avs terrific penalty kill for almost 3.5 minutes to end that period.
Red Wings have had the last 7 shots on net, but they couldn't beat Calvin Pickard. And so it is a 0-0 contest after one. Stay tuned for the Toyota Intermission Report.
Time's running out. Put confidence on your holiday shopping list at Men's Warehouse. Peacoats are on sale for $99.99. Merino sweaters $39.99. And 100% cashmere sweaters $89.99. Confidence sold here. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Timofey Mozgov and your Denver Nuggets are on the road going to Charlotte, getting ready to take the sting out of Al Jefferson and the Hornets. The action tips off Monday at 4:30 only on Altitude Sports.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Want updates on your favorite players? How about behind-the-scenes access to the teams you love? And check out Altitude's social media outlets to get all of this, plus the latest team information, game highlights, all-access interviews, contests, and much more. Altitude Sports, bringing you closer to your favorite teams. Welcome to the Toyota Intermission Report presented by your neighborhood Toyota stores. After 20 minutes of play, Bagels on the board. Wings with a 10-5 shots advantage. The Avalanche almost through, killing off a double minor for a high stick by Max Talbot.
Well, the opportunity to play golf and talk to the Avs about hockey. Kyle Keefe had that chance just a few days ago. Had a chance to sit around and kick it with EJ and Matt Duchene.
No goals in the first 20 minutes to play. A lot of that had to do with the outstanding goaltending of Calvin Pickard. Now, he was, goaltenders never want to say they got a little lucky, but there were some tips in front of him that glanced off him, yet he made some other brilliant saves during the first period.
Yeah, it was a combination right there, right off. This was early in the period. The puck was deflected up over his shoulder, but he got enough on it. Here, that's just through a screen. And that's good body positioning. Then again, it's just deflected just enough, gets his glove on it, and then finally the save of the period for the Colorado Avalanche. You know, Detroit on the power play. Datsyuk walks in, picked his spot, and Pickard said, no, not yet. And Michael, look at these numbers. I mean, they're really starting to add up. He is now second in the league. What's really interesting is Hutchinson for Winnipeg is also a rookie. And, you know, you're expecting that inconsistency.
And a guy that, Peter, was not supposed to be the #1 guy this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Supposed to be Pavelec.
Supposed to be Pavelec. And, you know, he last year, to show you how his career has gone, Hutchinson, he won a game in the ECHL, in the American Hockey League, and he won the National Hockey League. And Pickard, again, is really has, Mike, impressed people.
There's still little time left in the Max Talbot penalty. 34 seconds to go in that penalty. So Red Wings will start with a 5-on-4 advantage to begin our second period of play. Face-off won by Datsyuk. And Kronwall heads up the middle of the ice to the red line. To Zetterberg over the line with the puck. He shoots, and that rising shot glanced off of Pickard. And then Zetterberg, that whistle had blown. And Zetterberg, Peter, he took another shot.
Yeah.
After, boy, that's going to get some guys steamed up.
Well, he tried to give the old hand up.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to shoot it back in your head.
Michael, calm down. Get that anger out of your voice. Yeah. Well, you went right back into the history books on that.
All right, with the puck is Datsyuk against the near side boards. Back to the point. Kronwall sends it across. Zetterberg shoots. That's blocked. Rebound shot. Another save made by Pickard. Handled in the corner by McLeod. Then kicked along the boards. Talbot standing up in the box, ready to come out. And he is out of the box. So for the Avalanche, how about that? Killed a double minor. Called on Max Talbot. So he got through 4 minutes of shorthanded hockey. Did the job and remains 0-0. We played nearly a minute in the second period. Full check away by Redmond from Yurko. Puck comes back to Redmond. Long pass out to center ice. Back into the Red Wing zone. In the middle circle, Yurko pushes the puck ahead. Pickard will then cover and stop the action here in the second period. No score. All right, let's take a look at the winning combo presented by Blackjack Pizza.
Well, you're looking at this game tonight. And what are you looking at back-to-back games, Mike? It's just how you approach it. And the Avalanche to this point have done a great job. And then the line combination chemistry. I thought that last night, Patrick Waugh talked to us in the morning, said that this is the way he wanted to do it, why he wanted to do it, and it couldn't have worked any better than last night's game.
Avalanche win the face-off. Carried to center by Landeskog. Lobs the puck ahead, knocked down with a glove by DeKaiser. And the rule to be a hand pass called on the Detroit Red Wings.
Nice article today in NHL.com about Gabe Landeskog. Sort of the headlines are a natural-born leader, and now in his third year as captain of this hockey club. Right, the original first year there was the downs. Last year the ups. This year the downs to this point for the Avalanche, but 2-0-2 within 10 points of that 8th spot, that wild card spot, and 7 of the next 9 after they get home from this game, Mike, are at the Pepsi Center.
Tuesday night, Avalanche one more game before Christmas, playing on the 23rd against the St. Louis Blues, and then not again until the 27th against Chicago. Backhand try by Franzen got tipped up into the screen. Puck has gone out of play.
As we talked about, you see Franzen go in on the backhand. Like this, the Detroit club, you know, we talked about the fact they were 0-2-3 in their last games. But Mike, it's also a situation. What are they looking at now, Mike? The referees.
Who did it go off of?
I think it bounced.
Try to figure out where the face-off circle is.
I think it bounced off the post, the crossbar, and I think because of that, the new rule indicates that the puck should be inside the zone.
It hit, unless it hit Pickard on the shoulder. That's what I think happened there, Peter.
Yeah, either way, it was going to be in as long as it wasn't the man.
Franzen was pointing at his shoulder, but I think indicating that it went off of Pickard. That's the case. That's the ruling. So the face-off in the Colorado zone. Smith has the puck for Detroit. His shot slowed up, but it trickles to the side of the net for Abdelkader to take. Moves it along for Zetterberg. Gets hit, separated from the puck by Hena. Backhanded out to center by Johnson for Tanguay. Whips the pass across to Ginla. Shoots, save made by the Detroit Red Wing goaltender, Peter Barazak. Meanwhile, the Red Wings back the other way. Pass broken up by Tanguay, then lifted out to center by Mitchell. Ginla gives it to Tanguay, coming wide. Poke check. Ginla follows. Centering try, hit a skate. Back to Ginla. Taken away by the Wings. Pass to center for Zetterberg. Abdelkader trying to keep the skate on the blue line. Was able to do so as the puck gets dumped in and smashed around the wall. Back to center ice. Eriksson makes the handoff, and Glendening shoots it in towards the goaltender Pickard, who covers to get a face-off in the Colorado zone.
The Avalanche, Mike, as we mentioned, 2-0-2 in the last 4. And, you know, the power play starting to get going. They haven't had, you know, the kind of offensive production that, you know, they would like and that the names would indicate they would have. But, you know, slowly, and they're working at it. They are every day.
And listening to Patrick Roy right before the game, Peter, he said, just don't know what we've got this year. There's injuries, and coaches hate to point out injuries or use that as an excuse, but that wasn't the case for Patrick Roy. He just said, we just don't know what team we've got here. We've had so many injuries this year. It's hard to judge or evaluate, is the word he used, what this team is. At its center, Geiser comes in over the line, keeps the puck inside the Colorado blue line. Bouncing puck towards the blue line, punched at by Quincy, played out to center ice, snatched up by McLeod, shoots it in towards Detroit zone. Tap back behind the net. Red Wings have got it. Pushed up the wall. Talbot scooped it back to the corner. Duchesne chasing for the Avalanche. Knocked away from him. The Kaiser for Detroit. His pass blocked by McKinnon. Popped up in the air. Carried out towards center ice by Sheahan. Turns the puck back into his own zone. Sent across. Quincy up ice for Sheahan. Skates down the wing. Into the middle. Knocked away, and the Avalanche have got it. Streaking up ice. Nathan McKinnon. Pushed towards the boards. His pass for the trailer. Shot by Barry. Blocked before it got to the net. Yurko bounced the puck off the boards to center ice. Stolen away by Sheahan. Skates in. Blocked by Barry. Shoots it off the boards and out. Back to the Detroit zone. Eriksson gets the pass from Kronwall. Yurko's pass off of Helm and wide. And it is an icing call on Detroit.
Well, Mike, so you want to play 500 games in the National Hockey League. You're going to have nights like this. He's already just right off the foot. And this one, I love the reaction. You always know it's a Cody McLeod moment. Watch Cody McLeod when he gets up. He walks in and you just like, you know, you can just read it. You know, we don't want you to read his lips, but you could, if you could. It just.
Kids, turn away.
Yeah, exactly.
Long pass at center ice for Yurko. Gains the Avalanche line. His shot glanced off of Hena. To the corner. Aaron Helm passed into the middle. For Datsuk, poked away, but Helm catches up to the puck. Pass to Datsuk. His shot was tipped wide of the net. Pushed into the corner. Datsuk chasing. The Avalanche, Gabe Landeskog gets the puck first. Gives it to Eric Johnson. Pass up the middle for O'Reilly. Blocked. Abdelkader. Put it back in the center circle for Zetterberg. Shoots it around the wall in the Colorado zone. Pickard fires it back around the glass. Blocked by Zetterberg for Detroit. Pass in the middle for Abdelkader. Slides it back to the point. The Kaiser winds and shoots. It goes off of Johnson's hand. And the puck launched out to center. Quincy had it, lost it to O'Reilly. He's got a man with him. It's Tanguay. Shot by O'Reilly. Save made by Mrazek. Pushed around the board. Back to the point. Stewart shoots. And that one high over the net. Briere. He doesn't want to touch the puck. After was, I guess, hit by his high stick.
Yeah, he hit it with a high stick, so he was waiting for a Detroit player to play it. They decided not to play it.
Now there's a conference going on. And they're going to have the face-off in the Detroit zone.
Well, Mike, just a little over 5 minutes played. That's 25 minutes of this hockey game. And I got to think that for Mike Babcock, you're going, okay, we're playing right into the Avalanche hands. We haven't pressed anything. We haven't really forechecked. The Avalanche are playing a smart road game right now. The tempo hasn't been spectacular in this game, and they're just always in the right defensive spot.
Again, the Avalanche going back-to-back. They played last night in Buffalo. 5-1 win. But the good news for the Avalanche in that game, first of all, it's not a long flight from Buffalo. The other part is they were in such early control of the game, they didn't have to have their big guys play a ton of minutes. They were able to spread things out, especially in the third period. Nyquist pass gets through, carried by Smith. He shoots wide. Back up the wall. Kindle keeps it in for Detroit. Shoots it around. Avalanche will be the first to arrive at the puck. Redmond's pass off the body. Mitchell to center ice, carrying the puck into the Detroit zone. He shoots and knocked down and then covered by Peter Mrazek, the goaltender for Detroit. And we'll return with more action from Joe Louis Arena in a moment. No score in the game. Look at tonight's Coors Light, cold, hard facts. And we continue to talk about Cody McLeod tonight.
Most games played in an Avalanche jersey, the Avalanche sweater. And, of course, Milan Hajduk the most, Joe Sakic. I believe Cody was the 18th player in franchise history. That, of course, includes the Quebec Nordiques. But, you know, you see some of those names, Mike, and each one of them brings back memories. A guy like Stepan Yeo on both Stanley Cup winning clubs for the Colorado Avalanche, and a huge part of those teams.
Avs have the puck. Hayda fires it wide of the net purposely and cleared out by the Red Wings. Hayda coming back for it. The puck to center. Glendening up ahead. Miller can't catch the puck. Barry stumbled behind the net, but was able to play it to Hayda. His pass slowed up. Barry takes it, makes a pass across for Everberg to take. Weiss, center ice for Cleach over the line, Everberg. Red Wings take the puck back. Carried to center ice by Kindle, trying to shoot it ahead. Glendening was trying to get off the ice. Still trying to get off the ice. The referee, or the linesman, excuse me, he was standing in front of the door. Glendening couldn't get out.
And then it hit
away from him, and it hit him
in the foot.
Exactly. Sequence there. Peter, I'm just watched Jan Hayda. This is the second different defenseman he's been out the last two shifts. He was out with Tyson Barrie, now out with Nate Gennon.
Well, he's been stuck out there for a while now because he is the long shift defenseman in the second period.
He's the longest to go back to the bench, is what you're saying. And it's center ice. Colorado with the puck. Hayda. They smash it down the ice. Hayda now heading off, and well, he was going to head off. He's got to stay on the ice with Eric Johnson. Pushed ahead by the Wings into the Colorado zone. Johnson back for the puck. Carried up ice by O'Reilly. Gets to center to the red line. Shoots the puck in.
That was an old-time shift for Hayda. He played with all three right-side defensemen on the same shift.
Quincy sends the puck into the Colorado bench area. And we got a whistle. Faced off in the neutral zone.
Now the puck comes down the ice. You see the linesman on just in the middle of your screen. Their guys are popping off the bench, onto the bench. Sort of typifies this game, though, Mike. I mean, we were expecting a quick pace, and the pace has been fine as far as skating, but there's been no offensive flow. I mean, last night the Avalanche really had it going, like long passes, good passes, and it just, this is a Detroit club that's extremely well coached, and they get in those lanes. And to this point, there just has not been a whole lot of real excitement in this game, which is fine for the Avalanche. When you're in the road, the other team's got to put on the show.
No score in this one. 11:45 to go in the second period. Bounced out to center. Scooped up, carried in by Helm. Gets in, his shot slowed up, bounces, and then batted to the corner by Pickard. Helm got it back, cuts across, he shoots off the side of the Colorado net. Franzen puts the puck to the corner. Stewart able to pitchfork it around to the far side, and that hits Smith in the face. The puck comes out towards center ice. Helm got it back. Smith headed to the Red Wing bench. Meanwhile, the Avalanche will come back and get to the puck. Grabbed by Redmond. An outlet pass goes down the ice, but Iginla had hit it off, so it ends up being an icing call on the Avalanche.
Oh, Smith, another one of those good young defensemen that Detroit has right off the kisser. Don't know if he's, wants to see Mr. Doctor or Mr. Dentist. Yeah, exactly.
Later. The point shot from traffic goes up high. Battle for the puck behind the Colorado net. Worked along the end board by Miller. Goes back to the point for DeKeyser. Slides it across. Another one-timer by Quincy. Tipped away by Pickard. Chased by Miller and Redmond to the corner. Redmond gives the puck a little kick. Comes free for McLeod. He's tied up along the wall. Back towards the blue line. Miller makes the pass. Avalanche steal it away. Cleared out to center. Mitchell going to protect the puck. Goes down to the ice. McLeod took it for Colorado. Sends it deep into the Detroit end. Race to the corner. McLeod collides in the corner. And the puck comes around the end board. Into the corner for DeKeyser. Chased by Duchesne. The puck tipped to center ice. Picked up. Glendening one-on-one with Barry. Closed on him in a hurry. And then Gannon gave Glendening a little shove. Everberg's pass through the middle. Broken up at the Red Wing blue line. Went back for it. Datsyuk. Makes the pass to the blue line. Sent in. Delay offside on the Red Wings. Avalanche will regain possession with 9:45 left. So we've crossed the halfway point of regulation. No score in the game. Nate Gannon. Pass through the middle. Tip high. And back off the glass behind Mrazek. Kronwall makes the pass up the wall for Abdelkader. Center ice off the back of Zetterberg. Has to twist back through the middle zone with the puck. Cuts in over the Avalanche line. His shot gets tipped into the screen above the glass and out of play. Avalanche and Red Wings scoreless in the second period in Detroit. The Monkey Sports Superstore now open in Colorado. You can shop 16,000 square feet of the top brands for the hockey, lacrosse, or baseball player on your Christmas list at Monkey Sports Superstore, 6578 South Yosemite Circle in Greenwood Village, or go online at monkeysports.com. Avs and Wings. No score in this one. Landeskog starting out to center ice. Held up by Quincy as he got to the red line. Quincy gets it back. Backhands it into his own zone for DeKeyser to take. Slides it across for Quincy. 9 minutes left to go in the second. Head for Yurko. Duchesne. Got away from him. Battling with Johnson for the puck. Yurko after it in the corner. Taken away by Landeskog. Held in at the point. Quincy shoots. And Shane in front of the net trying to tip it. The puck went wide. Briere clanged it off the boards to center ice. Tatar backhands it into the Avalanche zone. Hayda off the glass and out. Quincy at the red line. Push to the head, back to the Colorado zone. Out to center ice, backhanded by Shane. And behind the net, Pickard immediately fires to Hayda. Winds it back around for Eric Johnson. It's checked by Helm, but delivers the puck back into the Detroit zone. Pass up ice. Eriksson, long pass for Franzen. Couldn't handle the pass. Bounce back out to center. Puck handled by Eriksson. Backing up. Forecheck from Mitchell, and the bad pass taken away by the Avs. Eriksson got it back. Makes a pass down the boards for Franzen. Get it. Up off the wall. Franzen knocked it down with the glove. protects the puck to the point. Shot by Erickson. Fired it off the boards. Tipped in front. And Pickard was able to cover the puck. So you can see the Red Wings knowing how the boards work in their own building.
Yep.
Trying to create something.
Well, Shane, Mike, watching him skate in the first period, I mean, he was flying. And Mike, he's 6'3", 222 pounds. The only problem is his educational situation from Notre Dame. And
He's too smart for this game. He should be doing something, better with his life.
Really? No, but he's just
solving world hunger or something.
Another one of those big young players for Detroit.
Centering by Miller gets blocked. Back towards the point for Kindle. He winds, he shoots, and deliberately wide of the net. We've seen that a few times tonight from Detroit. Know what they're building.
Well, 2 in a row, and also knowing that Pickard's finding everything. You've got to change the look on Pickard.
Scooped and out to center ice. Grabbed by Miller. Trying to make a pass. And it's tipped back into the Colorado zone. Sent through the middle. Back into the Detroit end. And Colorado called for icing. Luxury has an address. Cooney Lexus invites you to see the full line of Lexus all-weather drive sedans and luxury utility vehicles for 2014. They're available at Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village and Colorado Springs.
Second time on this trip, Mike, that we have gone well past the midpoint of the game in a 0-0 score. It happened in Pittsburgh.
Nederberg after the face-off backhand try, stopped by Stewart. And the puck lobbed back out through center, reaching for it, Kronwall. Has to go back deeper into the zone for the puck. Avs changing things up. Kronwall to center, makes a pass for Datsuk. His pass, shot right by Erickson, and Detroit is called for icing.
One of the things that Detroit has been out in the last few years, obviously with Mike Babcock now, it's really good defensively. And Mike, is a very interesting guy as far as his contractual situation. He becomes a coach free agent at the end of this year, and the speculation is going to be here. Is it going to be Toronto? Where is it going to be that he goes? And he has stated that he'll gladly just go on a year-to-year basis. But I think the coaches around the league would love for him to get out and get as much as he can get.
Johnson's shot gets blocked. Yeah, that sets the bar up high for everybody.
Exactly.
Into the corner, Johnson sends it up the wall, batted out in the center by McKinnon. Mrazek steals the puck in the corner. Talbot arrives. No help from McKinnon. The puck comes loose and sent back the other way by Detroit. We got another icing call, this time on the Red Wings with 6:12 to go in the second. Still looking for the first goal of the game.
And Mike, for Max Talbot, this building will always be special. This is the building where he had the 2 goals in the 2-1 game in Game 7 against Detroit Red Wings in the 2009 Stanley Cup Finals. Detroit had beat Pittsburgh the year before. It's the last time we've had the same 2 teams in the playoffs or in the finals back-to-back years.
Shot by Barry. And punched out in the center by Datsuk. Barry's got to come back into the Avalanche zone for it. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Shots 15 for Detroit, 9 for the Avs, make it 10. Landeskog shot stopped by Mrazek. Avalanche have it to the point. Shot up high by O'Reilly. Landeskog takes it off the glass, pass behind the net. Taken away by Tatar. Reached back for Briere. Freed up the puck. The Kaiser lifts the puck to center ice. Steered across with a nice pass for Tatar. He shoots! Nice save by Pickard. And then really did a nice job there diving to pull the puck underneath him to stop the Red Wing momentum. Good play there from Calvin Pickard. Tatar shot and then able to reel it back in. So it remains a scoreless game.
No, for the Colorado Avalanche, they now, with last night's numbers thrown in, Mike, 5 guys with 20-plus points. San Jose, St. Louis, who the Avalanche play next, Calgary and Toronto all have 6 players that have 20-plus points. But the Avs, with Landeskog with 19, are right there. And so these are the guys that the Avalanche are hoping, really start to crank it up, because this is you look at those names, Mike, that's a talented group.
looking for anybody right now to get a goal. Getting the goaltending from Pickard, keeping it right in this game. But it is scoreless in the second period. 5:10 left over the line for Nyquist. Dropped it. Shot by Kindle. Missed the net. Bronson center shot. And that one that deflects wide into the corner. Played off the glass and out to center ice. Comes free for Redmond. Pass through the middle. Too far for Mitchell. And the Avs called for icing.
It just seems like by every 15, 20 seconds now there's a face-off. And again, for the Avalanche, when the face-offs are in your own zone, you got to win them, because this is a tired group now, and all this stuff. You see, Patrick, just quick, get off the ice, and because you're starting to, and this is when you take a penalty. This is when you run around. So this is an important face-off right here.
Detroit had 3 power plays in the first period. Avalanche had 1. Bouncing puck covered by Pickard. That'll allow the Avs to change up their players if they'd like to. But we have not had a penalty call during the second period of play.
You see that play by Pickard. It doesn't seem like much. And it was the right goaltending move. But you know that he wasn't going to clear that puck in the corner to keep the play going. He knew what the Patrick Roy wanted. He knew this was a tired group, and he did a good job to freeze it. And you can get those guys a fresh set of legs on the ice.
First to the puck, Cleach back behind the net with a pass for Tyson Barrie. Lobbed out in the center off of McLeod's glove. Smith, pass to center ice. Carried through the middle circle by Glendening. The puck into the Colorado end. 4:25 to go in the period. No score in this game. Everberg to Gennon behind the net for Barrie. They get out to center ice, cut off by Cleary. And Gennon banked it off the glass to center ice. Smith through the middle, went off of a Zetterberg stick, wide of the net, and Detroit is called for icing. All right, let's take a look at our Lexus on the ice.
Well, Calvin Pickard again tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. Like, you look at these 3 games. He allowed 1 goal last night, and that was late after the game was well decided. Nothing in 60 minutes against Pittsburgh before they finally won it in overtime, and then nothing again here tonight as we're getting close to the end of the second period.
It's been so difficult to beat. Shot by Hayda goes wide. Made 16 saves in this game. And that puck comes wide of the net. Another icing call on the Detroit Red Wings.
Now, Mike, you never want to get into a game that maybe has no flow per se like this, but for the Avalanche, when you're now you're looking at, okay, guys, we've shortened the game to this point. Let's at least take this in. Let's take 0-0 into the dressing room between the second and third period. 20 minutes to get 2 more points before we head home.
Centering try for McKinnon, bounced off of him, and Zetterberg to center ice with Abdelkader. Dumped to the corner. McKinnon sprints back with the puck. Gave it to Johnson, to Hayda, up ice. McKinnon darts in, he turns, he shoots. Knocked down by Mrazek. 3:20 to go in the period. Scramble for the puck, and then finally squeezes out to center ice. Johnson, Datsuk on the forecheck. Sends it high in the air. Bouncing in. The Avalanche have got it. Tanguay. Hand off to Duchesne. He shoots, and glove save made by Mrazek.
Well, here it is, Michael. This is what you and I were talking about before tonight's game. You go back to look at the years. Not maybe say the 2008, but 96, 97, 99, 2000, 2002. Just seemed every single year they were destined, and all those little white arrows are the years at that club that won this series. 3 times in the finals went on to win the Stanley Cup. So, and you go back to the series in '99 and 2000, where the next teams were Dallas. It was
a special time. We'll never see that again.
It's hard to imagine.
It was when I talked to Alex Tanguay in that bench interview right before the start of the game. What moment do you remember the most? Shot for the point, goes wide. He said, Game 7 in this building. And Tanguay said, knew the opponent was going to be Carolina, a team that we knew we probably could beat for another Stanley Cup. And to have lost Game 6 at home, and then Game 7, which really turned into an ugly game for the Avalanche, and not to get that chance to go back and try to get a back-to-back Stanley Cup against a team they felt they could win against.
Yeah, and it was one of those things. They had 2 games to win, one in their building, Game 6, and as you said, Carolina, well deserving to be in the Stanley Cup Finals, but Detroit or Colorado were the best teams in the league.
Comes in by the Wings. We're down the last 2 minutes here in the second period. Still looking for a goal. Chased by Kronwall back into his own zone. Stop behind the net. Makes the pass across. Put it back in off the boards. It hit the linesman. And then the puck has gone out of play.
I'll go back, take you back to 2008, and one of the great individual moments. The start of this series, they throw out the octopus. Cody McLeod yelling and screaming, throws it in. But you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a playoff series unravel as incredibly as it did in morning skate that day. The Avalanche had just beat Minnesota. Now they're coming in for the series here. They looked like they had a good club. Peter Forsberg gets hurt. Jose Theodore gets sick. And he's like, I've never seen a whiter face on a guy walking out of a building. He was so ill. And the whole thing, Franzen got red hot, and it was over in one game. Never mind, they had to play the other 3. It was incredible.
Got around the wall, blocked along the far side. Bouncing puck in front, scooped and wide of the net. Datsyuk with that chance for Detroit. Comes out in front, slides a pass across. Smith shoots, save made by Pickard. Kept in at the blue line by Kindle. Poke checked. Has to skate out in his neutral zone for it. We're in the last minute of the period. Pass across. Kindle. A little harassment by McKinnon. The puck out to center ice. Duchesne moves over the line. Flicks the backhander to the corner. 40 seconds to go in the period. And lifted back the other way by Detroit. And will stop short of the goal line. Johnson has the puck for Colorado. 30 seconds to go. Back into the Detroit zone. Icing called on the Avalanche.
Now this is a tough play for a defenseman. Watch the defenseman for the Avalanche as Datsyuk bounces out of the corner. There's so many things that he can do. If you charge him, he's going to make a quick little pass to the open guy. And you almost have to trust the goaltender to handle him as he comes out of the corner.
Wings win the draw. And a steal by Duchesne. Lost the puck. Wings got it back. Cheyenne cuts in. He shoots, and another nice save by Pickard. Back to the blue line. Shot wide, tipped on net. And covered by Pickard. Now 20 saves in this game for Calvin Pickard.
These are the plays that you just can't make in your own zone. The Avalanche have the puck. They give up the puck, and it leads to all of this. And we've talked to the Avalanche about the Avalanche. That one play inside a game. Sometimes that one play, Mike, is not giving up the big play. It's a small play at the blue line where all of a sudden there's a turnover and then the goal is scored.
10 seconds to go. And the Avalanche get the face-off. Redmond to the corner. Going to try to run out the clock, keeping the puck pinned against the boards. It does come free, though. Centered, blocked by Redmond. And that's it. We come to the end of the period. That's the end of 2 periods of play between the Avalanche and the Red Wings, and both goaltenders solid. No goals through the first 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, if the positive for the Avalanche is usually in a situation like this, Mike, there's 30 shots on the board against a goaltender. Tonight there's 20. So this has been a defensively a solid game for the Avs.
20 shots for Detroit, 12 for the Avalanche. No goals in our game. Stay tuned. Coming up on Altitude, the Subaru Intermission Reports. Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude is brought to you by Groove Subaru on Broadway or online at grooveauto.com. Pepsi, proud to be the official soft drink of the Colorado Avalanche. The Monkey Sports Superstore, now open in Colorado. Shop for the hockey, lacrosse, or baseball player on your Christmas list in Greenwood Village or at monkeysports.com. And by the Ford Explorer. It's time you did your exploring. Ford Explorer. Go further. Still looking for a goal tonight. Avalanche 0, Red Wings 0 as we get set to start the third period. Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Well, there's only one Mr. Hockey, and that would be Gordie Howe, and we just our prayers for him and his family that his health continues to improve, which all reports, Peter, seems to be
miraculous. That's the word the family is using. 2 weeks ago plus, it just Gordie Howe. He had a stroke. His ability to remember things was about 25% as far as recognition of things, and all of a sudden, Mike, he had this procedure, and the things have turned around. He's now able to walk, communicate. So it's just marvelous news for the Howe family. And of course, he's been such a big part of hockey here in Detroit, but everywhere. You know, he is. Imagine that being called Mr. Hockey and everybody knowing who it is.
Here we go. Avalanche and Red Wings starting the third period. Now when Colorado scores in the third, you score with Subway. Go to your local Subway restaurant tomorrow for any regular 6-inch sub for just $3 after 3 o'clock. Chopped at center ice by the Wings. Tatar back into the Colorado end. Landeskog. Steal by Tatar. Shot tipped wide and behind the Colorado net. Yurko. Push the puck around behind the net for Sheahan. Reverse into the corner. Give it back to Thomas Yurko. Stumbles, goes down, somehow stays with the puck. Give it to Sheahan. Back to Yurko. Off the boards, and Quincy couldn't hold it in at the blue line. Slam it back in, off a body, and wide of the Avalanche net. Played a minute in the third period. No score between the Avalanche and the Red Wings. Pass back into the Red Wing zone. Eriksson passed to center ice, went off the helm. Back to Eriksson. Gave it back to Helm. And he couldn't get out of the zone. Avalanche have it on the turnover. Again, bottom of the circle. Eriksson hanging on him. And the puck gets picked up by Nyquist. Going to push it up the wall. He did for Datsyuk. Charging out to center ice. Cuts in over the line into the Avalanche zone. His pass tipped on net, and a brilliant save made by Pickard. Well, Datsyuk made something out of nothing there.
And as you're watching this save by Pickard, Mike, on this road trip, the Avalanche have gone into the third period, Mike, with Pittsburgh, 0-0. With Buffalo, they were up 2-0. Here against Detroit, it is 0-0. Calvin Pickard has yet to give up a first or second period goal in any of the 3 games that he has played on this road trip.
Been so impressive. Another great save on that redirection after the setup by Datsyuk, who just stole the puck and lost it back to McKinnon. Out to center, Quincy sends it into the Avalanche zone. Johnson to center ice. Pass back between the circles for Hayden to take. Duchesne batted back into the Colorado end. Johnson over to the Avalanche. Pass through the middle. Broken up by Quincy. Up ice for Datsyuk. Gets to the line. He shoots. And it spins across. Steal made by Abdelkader. Put it in front of the Avs net. Played off the boards, but not out. Zetterberg. Datsyuk turns. Protects the puck. Gave it to DeKaiser. Has to pull up. His pass blocked. Datsyuk makes another steal. Played it back to the point. Shot by DeKaiser. Blocked in front of the net. And Talbot will take a hold of the puck. And then out towards center ice. Duchesne shoots it in around the shelf. Hopped over the stick of Mrazek.
Mike, the Avs are starting to get a little tired. Some of their decisions are, they're throwing the puck into areas. They need to get that next goal. They need really to get some energy going in this period. And it's going to be tough because Detroit's going to be coming at them all period long.
12 shots in this game for the Avalanche. Red Wings with 21, but there is no goal scored in this one. Kept in by the Wings. Apparently played with a high stick. And the play has come to a halt here in the third period.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot of action for either team, which has been good for the Avalanche. But if there's been one guy, it has been Pavel Datsyuk that has had some good looks and made some things happen, as you mentioned, when there really didn't seem to be any play.
.43 points in 40 games in his career against Colorado. Avs control the puck after the faceoff. Runs up off the boards. Briere chased by Tatar. Gives it to Redmond. Pass to center ice. Tipped into the corner to Kaiser. Spins it around the boards. Yurko waiting. Moves it off the wall. Blocked. And bursts it out to center ice. Yurko with the puck. Got Tatar with him. Slides it that way. Offside, Detroit.
Well, for the Avalanche against Stewart. Back in the lineup for the Colorado Avalanche. Patrick Bordeleau, Mike, is out of tonight's game because he injured his knee late in that game. So Everberg back in the lineup for Colorado. But, you know, slowly but surely, they're starting to get these people back that add to the depth of this team.
Handled by Barry. Puck across, out the center, tipped by Tanguay into the Detroit zone. Pass almost stolen away by Tanguay. He'll chase the puck, he got to it. Whip the puck around the wall. Smith waiting. Hit by Iginla. Franzen sends the puck to center ice. Barry backing up. 4 minutes into the third, no score in the game. Tyson Barry. Chased by Nyquist. Sends it across for Ginnon. Gets his way through the neutral zone. Going to be a penalty on the Avalanche. Well, a power play coming up for Detroit as Franzen was tripped. And Nate Ginnon.
Colorado number 5, 2 minutes for tripping.
An unhappy look on his face headed to the penalty box.
Well, there's not much the referee can do about that when you get the old corkscrew in between the guy's legs and down he goes.
Now the Red Wings, though, are 0 for 3 on the power play. The Avs have done their job killing penalties, including that double minor on Talbot late in the first period. But our first penalty call since the first period, and the Red Wings on the power play. Zetterberg's pass ends up going to the corner. Datsyuk handles the puck. Saucers it behind the slot. Pass across for Zetterberg. He's in, he shoots, and misses the net. Datsyuk waiting at the half boards. Skates into the corner with the puck. Avs give him a little bit of room. Pass back for Kronwall. Moving in, he winds, he shoots. Pinballed wide. Behind the net, Zetterberg. Trying to free up the puck. Worked it up the wall. Got it back. Gives it to Sheahan. Pass in the slot. Shot, score! Pavel Datsyuk in the right spot. And the Red Wings with a power play goal from Datsyuk. He's been their best player tonight. And he has given them a 1-0 lead.
Until this point, it was Pickard or Datsyuk. When they score a goal like that, it has to be tilted a little bit towards Datsyuk. But at night, like he's just in that right spot. Nice pass. I mean, I've been really impressed with Sheahan. I mean, he has done a nice job in this game. Mike, that was a nice aerial up over a couple of sticks for the Avalanche and Datsyuk. First time he had that kind of opportunity, Mike, he went high glove. This time he goes down low, far side.
So the power play goal for Detroit. They're up 1-0. 15 minutes still to go in the third period. At the blue line, the puck picked up by the Red Wings. Pass up ice for Tatar. He shoots off the glove of Pickard, but he's able to reach back and cover.
Good passing by the Detroit Red Wings on this last power play goal. Well, this is a great angle. That just, oh, how close. The Avalanche tried to block it, just went underneath the leg and past Pickard on the far side.
Face off, won by the Avalanche in the corner, Redmond. Comes free, Zetterberg backhands it. It's blocked back to the point, slid across for Kronwall. Far side point, Eriksson shoots, save made with the glove by Pickard. And he holds on for a face-off.
Well, for Detroit, Mike, they came into tonight's game in third place in the Atlantic Division. Montreal 44, Tampa Bay 44, Detroit 42, then Toronto, who have, I mean, it's been a tremendous turnaround for them at 41. So, I mean, that's how tightly bunched that division is.
For the Red Wings, the power play goal from Pavel Datsyuk. Sheahan and Zetterberg with the assist at 4:52. Datsyuk, 13 goals, 5 of them on the power play. McKinnon chasing the puck. Taken away. Datsyuk dancing out to center ice. Carries in over the line. Cuts across, backhander in front. Swept away, then a shot to save by Pickard. Applicator gives to Zetterberg. Back to the side of the net. Another save. Wraparound. Goes back to the point. Shot by Kronwall. Another save by Pickard. Loose puck bouncing back towards the near side boards. Kronwall's got it for Detroit. Centered back across on its edge, and the puck rolls out to center. Applicator moves the puck back into his own zone. 28-12 shot advantage. The Avs have yet to get a shot here in this third period. Peter, here's that what you talked about, playing that back-to-back games. How much legs do you got left? Shot by Helm, knocked down Pickard, but he made the save and is able to cover. Calvin Pickard doing everything he can do. The Red Wings, though, get a power play goal from Pavel Datsyuk and lead the game 1-0. Let's answer tonight's Did You Know question, brought to you by Stevenson Automotive. Asked in the first period, who did Cody McLeod beat for his first NHL goal against Detroit in 2007? Dominik Hasek, who is up for the Hall of Fame next year.
And you can see, I mean, we're talking to him after the game, watching his reaction. I mean, it was just, it was just so much fun, and that's what he brings. That practice, I mean, he works hard, but there's always that air of, he really appreciates the opportunities he's had in the National Hockey League.
Ginla cuts in. He shoots, save. Rebound shot, another save. Well, first Ginla, then Mitchell. Another chance. That goes wide of the net. Smith on the clear. Almost lost it to Tanguay. Franzen sends the puck to center ice. One-on-one, Nyquist with Stewart back. Nyquist pulls up, waits, shoots, and a tip by Stewart sends the puck high. Around the boards, Redmond with the puck. Around the wall, Nyquist cuts across, handed off, the shot, and that one he hit to Tanguay. Puck travels out to center ice. Eriksson got it back, turned it into his own zone. Kronwall will take it from the goaltender. 12:20 to go in the third period. Pass comes back to Kronwall, up the boards, a tip by Yurko, sends the puck into the Colorado end. Sheahan after it, behind the net with a pass for Tatar. Centering try, blocked. Tatar tries it again, goes back to the point. Put back behind the net. Tatar reverses. Back to the point again. Quincy along the blue line. His shot blocked by Landeskog. Punched out to center ice, and the Avalanche moving through center. It's Tyson Barrie cutting in. Pass across for Briere. Pushes it behind the net. Smack back to the corner. Yurko lost the puck. They're coming back, Sheahan took it, put it off the glass, and it ends up going out of play. But it did hit the glass, so it's not a penalty on Detroit.
For the Avalanche, their first real good opportunity this third period. Again, a nice pass by Tanguay on the offside, and then Mitchell driving through. But those are the kind of things, Mike, you can't get the next one against you if you're the Avalanche. You know, trying to come back in this league is very difficult, especially when you play the night before. So the Avs have got to push it, Mike, but be smart because there's lots of time left. You don't have to take any real big chances.
11:30 remaining. Johnson with the puck in the corner. Pass up ice to Shane. Showing some speed. Gets into the Detroit zone. Muffled against the wall by Erickson. Followed up by McKinnon. And the puck put right in front of the net. Quick out the pass for Abdelkader. Over the line. Just inside the blue line. Shot in front. Blocked. Aaron Johnson takes it away. Keeps the red line. Shoots the puck in. Past the corner for Smith, reversed it back around, and Jakob Kindl skates to center ice. It's a pass tipped by Miller in to the Avalanche end. And Denny to the corner. Miller tied up by Mitchell. Puck flung up the wall. McGinley slides a pass, banked off of Tanguay. Smashed back the other way and into the Colorado end. Pass out to center ice. Approaching the halfway point of the third period. Weaving his way out to center. And then icing the puck. Tyson Barrie bringing the face-off back into the Colorado zone.
No, for the Detroit Red Wings, that one area, Mike, the specialty teams, right now they are tied with Chicago. We all know how well Chicago has played this year. As far as the best, that's power play goals, and then you take away the short-handed goals against your hockey club.
Face off won by the Wings. The point to Kaiser. Far side. Shot missed the net. Back around the wing. The half-boards. Wings have got it. Nyquist at the half-boards. Garten moving quickly. High in the slot. Pass. Blocked. McGinley lost the puck. Blocked and Nyquist got it back. Sends it across for Helm. Cuts over the line. Gives the pass to Franzen. Skates into the corner. Helm behind the net. Pass back towards the point. Nyquist off the backboards and covered at the post by Pickard. And we'll be back. Across the halfway point of the third period, Red Wings lead the game 1-0. Time for the Timberland Pro hard hit highlights.
Now this is just, Mike, it's been a closely contested day, but Johnson's had a big part of it. Johnson, Franzen right there. Franzen unhappy, and then he smacks Franzen across the hand. Franzen spent the next minute and a half talking to the referee, and finally the referee skated away and said, enough, one more. Chased him down a little bit. Came close to, you know, pushing the referee over the edge. So Johnson doing his best to throw the man they call the mule off his game.
Behind the net, quick snap pass by Johnson to center ice. Tipped into the Detroit zone. Angled off the boards at center ice. Landeskog, nice job at center to bring things up. Johnson dancing through his own zone. Out towards center ice. Threw it back behind him for Redmond. Center ice pass for Johnson. Glides back into his own zone. Makes the pass for Landeskog. Red Wings trying to keep them back. Pass out to center ice for O'Reilly. Pass off the boards for Tanguay. Broken up by the Wings. Avs get it back. Briere down the boards. Briere's got the puck. Batted away from him, but kept in at the line by Redmond. Shot wide of the net and covered at the post by the goaltender Mrazek.
You see hits tonight for the Avalanche, and one of the reasons why, again, the Avalanche, when John Mitchell's not in the lineup, Mike, they miss that because he's a center ice, and the way that he plays is a very physical game. So he can go against the other club's big center iceman and match him, you know, sort of size for size because he plays so hard.
With the draw, Tanguay into the slot, smashed by Mitchell wide of the net. Erickson will take it. Gave away. Shot save made by Mrazek. Tanguay catching up to it. Mitchell throws it across the rink. Chopped at right into Redmond, holding his glove up against his face. Puck turned back behind the net. Cleared out to center ice. And then bounce comes for Helm. Ridden off the puck nicely by Redmond. Turned around the wall, kept in by Kindle. Shoots it around the boards. Carried out towards center ice. Got in wide of the net. Smith takes the puck. Plays it up off the boards. And nice play by Iginla. Kept it alive. Goes to the side of the net for Zetterberg. Tanguay on him. Their 40s coming up the ice. Comes out to center. Datsuk. One-on-one with Hayter. Taking him wide. Passing the slot. Zetterberg waits, turns, centers. But Mitchell was there for the Avalanche. Passed up the wall. Out to center ice. Cross ice pass for Abdelkader. This is Zetterberg. Dumped it into the corner. Centering try in front. Cut off by Johnson of the Avs. 7 minutes left to go in the third. Kept in at the point. Abdelkader in the slot for Zetterberg. Poke checked away. Zetterberg's pass got tipped. It allows the Avs to move to centers. Duchesne carrying the puck in. Cutting across. He shoots and banked it off the post. And it comes out to center ice. But by my count, each team has hit the post in this game. Barry knifing his way in. The trailer. Talbot shoots, the save made. And Tatar backhands it out to center ice. Got across. Barry, rink wide pass. Carried in down the wing. Shot save made by Mrazek. Played off the boards. And Yurko slips the puck to center ice. Barry back in for Colorado. Shoots it around the boards. As putting some pressure on here last couple of shifts. Feels something happening, and the puck though comes out to center ice. 6 minutes left. O'Reilly winding up. Push the puck in and flanked back the other way by the wings. Stopped at the red line. Avs get it back. Center ice. Got ahead by Cleary. Pass through the middle. Goes on target. Pickard stops the puck and covers. And we'll have a face-off when we return. 1-0 for the Red Wings, although Duchesne came very close to tying it.
Like as in any building around the National Hockey, in every building, they have the big screen TV or whatever you want to call it, Pepsi Vision. And Matt Duchesne was watching this shot, and we showed a picture of him just shaking his head. I mean, just a fraction, just away from being a perfect shot.
Still 5:33 left. Red Wings have the only goal, a power play goal from Pavel Datsuk at 4:52 here in the third period. Nyquist, circle behind the net. Gives to Franzen. Powers his way along the end boards. Chipped up the far side. Tanguay's pass kept in at the line by Kindle. Rolls it around the boards. Into the near side corner. Back up the wall. Nice move by Barry to get away. Long pass at center. Broken up by Kindle. Pass to Nyquist. Coming back, Mitchell knocked him down, took away the puck. Nice stick handle through the middle. Over the line, dropped back. Mitchell fires, and the save made. Up in the air. Shot save made by Mrazek. And Helm sends it up the boards and out to center ice. Abdelkader catches up to the puck. Chased by Tanguay. Circles back behind the net. To the point. Shot by DeKaiser. Tipped wide. Datsuk centers for Zetterberg. The man in. Shot. Glove save. Made by Pickard, robbing Justin Abdelkader.
Like both ends. Some good action here in the last few minutes, but Pickard, I mean, just what a great glove save. Mitchell comes across. He did that last night in Buffalo, where he just stripped the man off the puck and it led to an Avalanche goal. That's really impressive when you can knock the man down, knock him off the puck, and then just continue on, and the Avalanche get a good scoring chance.
Another face-off in the Colorado zone. Wings win the face-off. The Kaiser slides it across. Penalty on the Red Wings.
Yes.
Avalanche are going to get a power play here with 4:25 left in the third period.
Detroit, number 26, 2 minutes interference.
Thomas Jurko, an interference penalty.
You're going to watch number 48, Daniel Briere, and the man just steps right into him, and there's not much to argue about that one. You can't stop the man from a direct line to the puck. Now the Avalanche. This is where something, Mike, we've talked about it a lot, and your guns have got to come up with a play. I mean, that's who scored at one end on a power play. Now you got a power play. You've got your guns out there in this situation.
Avs win the face-off. Landeskog, O'Reilly. Along with Tanguay. Shot, score! They did it! The Avalanche, 10 seconds into the power play, get a shot from the point, a tip, and this game is tied at 1.
I think it's going to be Daniel Briere, who I think he was the one who drew the penalty, but he was the guy in front, and I believe he got his stick on it and tips it home for the Avalanche. Great face-off win by O'Reilly. Puck goes back to the point. Now watch as the play goes. Now watch Briere break to the front right here, and bang. I mean, that was perfectly timed. Briere can't go stand in there per se, Mike, because he's just going to get knocked down. He's not that big a guy. But if you arrive at the right time, it can be just as effective.
So the Avs get it done. The teams exchange third period power play goals, and we're tied up at 1. Carried in by Jurko. He shoots, and the save made by Pickard. Behind the net, swatted around the boards.
Number 6, Erik Johnson. Assisted by number 4, Tyson Berry. Number 8, Gabriel Landeskog.
Got 4 minutes left to go. Avalanche have the puck. Here's a chance. Slid across, shot, and stopped by Mrazek. Battle for the puck in the corner. O'Reilly back to the point for Redmond. Slid it across for Stewart. Shot gets tipped wide of the net. Spun around, kept in play by O'Reilly. He shoots and missed on the short side. And the puck comes around the glass and goes out of play.
Oh, this was a great opportunity. They're giving the goal to Johnson, so it may not have actually tipped off Briere, but Landeskog, a perfectly timed, just gets in the feet. Nice save. I mean, he read it perfectly coming across here, and Briere almost tipped that one home. That was, you could feel the energy for the Avalanche now. I mean, they've got some real jump.
All right, let's show you the Subway scoring summary. The Avs score, you win with Subway. Go to your local Subway restaurant tomorrow for any regular 6-inch sub for $3 after 3 o'clock. Power play goal for the Avs has tied up the game at 1. Erik Johnson carrying the puck to center. Sends the puck across. Eriksson coming after it. And the puck comes over the glass and out of play.
Well, for Erik Johnson, Mike, if that remains his goal, and it very well might, situation now, Mike, 4 goals the first 27 games of the season. Now 4 goals in the last 4 games for Erik Johnson. As we watch the shot come through, it certainly hits something. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it just went right through.
Puck is dropped and the Avalanche have it. 3 minutes left to go in the third. 1-1 game. Kindle up off the glass to center. Handled by Helm. Crisscrossing the line with Franzen. Cuts in through the middle. Knocked down. The shot comes wide of the net. And scooped up by Colorado. Lifted out to center for Iginla. But Kindle cuts it off for the Red Wings. Fires a pass across the rink. Franzen leads it along the boards, picks it up again, carries into the Colorado zone. And squeezes away by Mitchell, who prevented that from happening. Pass back to the point for Kindle. He shoots, save, rebound, and it is covered by Calvin Pickard.
For the Avs, Mike, this has been all season long, they have been in these tight games heading into overtime. Florida leads the league with 13, Colorado 12, Detroit 11. And Mike, this, being a coach with these points being so important, talk about a nerve wracking.
2:23 to go. Cut around the boards. Cut off at the half boards. And the puck comes free, but it's the Avalanche who've got it. No icing. They've waved it off. It comes free for Colorado. Back to the point. Shot by Redmond. Blocked in front of the net. Sheahan couldn't get it out of the zone. It does come finally to center ice. Pass ahead over the line for Tatar. Cuts down the middle. He shoots wide of the net. Back in the slot. Datsyuk shoots, and reaching out was Redmond to tip that puck out of play.
It's always impressive, isn't it, Mike, when nothing's going on and all of a sudden the puck comes right to these great players, and there they are in a prime scoring spot. You read the play, you're coming off the bench, you read the play, he gets himself in the right spot. Nice job by Redmond. Boy, has Redmond ever done a great job of earning himself a spot in his Avalanche defensive corps.
Now in that top six, Nick Holden, a healthy scratch tonight for Colorado. Duchesne over the line, broken up. Datsyuk flies out to center ice, stopped at the line, caused the play to be offside. 1:27 remaining in the period.
Well, you saw McKinnon doing a nice job of coming back with the back pressure. He allowed the defenseman to know that Datsyuk wasn't going to be able to cut into the middle. As you look at his numbers last season versus this season, like he's, it might be a little frustrating for him, but he's actually got a point more this year than he had at the same point last year.
Erickson lost the puck to Talbot. Shoots it in to the Detroit zone. Rammed around the wall, waiting is Zetterberg. Long pass through center for Datsyuk. Aims the line. Gets in on the off wing. Pass across in the middle. Shot saved by Pickard. Into the corner. Back up the wall. Empty into by Quincy. Final minute of the play. Shot. Abdelkader fans on it. Into the near side wall. Zetterberg down the boards for Abdelkader. 50 seconds to go in the period. Zetterberg backhands it. And the puck bounces to the corner. Ada slaps it up the wall. It slips to center. 40 seconds to go in regulation. Long pass for Datsyuk onside. Chased down by McKinnon. And the puck taken away by Mitchell. Skates out to center. His pass broken up in the circle. Up ice for Datsyuk. Scooped it ahead. 25 seconds to go in the third. Tatar runs the puck around the wall. Erickson catches up to it. Dropped it in the corner for Yurko. He gives to Sheahan. 15 seconds left. Off the boards to the point. But the puck comes out to center. 10 seconds to go in the third period. 5 seconds to go. Cross ice pass. Shot towards Pickard. And we are headed to overtime.
What a huge point for the Avalanche.
They got the goal late in the third period. And a couple of power play goals has sent this game to overtime in Detroit.
The holidays are filled with happy things, but could the holidays get any happier? Of course they can. Come in for happier holidays savings at the Groove Subaru Share the Love event. Start shopping now at groovesubaru.com.
The Men's Warehouse holiday sale is on. Get a new look and celebrate the season with confidence. Get select suits for $179.99. Plus, buy one, get one free on almost everything else in the store. Confidence suits you. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Hi, I'm Julius Thomas. I've seen firsthand how tobacco use can change lives. It robs you of your health, your money, and even your future. Don't let tobacco tackle you. Call the Colorado Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. It's confidential, it's free, and it works.
The holidays are filled with happy things, but could the holidays get any happier? Of course they can. Come in for happier holidays savings at the Groove Subaru Share the Love event. Start shopping now at groovesubaru.com.
Tonight's overtime being brought to you by Groove Subaru on Broadway or online at grooveauto.com. So we are headed to overtime. Nobody able to score in the first 2 periods of play, and then each team got a power play chance in the third. And the first goal scored by Datsuk. Fired that wrister by Pickard at 4:52, and then the Avalanche get a goal from Eric Johnson. He's become a goal-scoring machine. That power play goal came late in the period, and we're headed to overtime. Neither team, Peter, has been very good in overtimes this year. The Avalanche are 1-6. So are the Detroit Red Wings. They're 1-6 in overtime games.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Avalanche approach this. Again, with Detroit now in the Eastern Conference, you don't care if Detroit gets the extra point per se. It's not going to affect your place in the standings. But that is, Mike, if they can win this one, puts them with one game of 500. Before Christmas, with a game against St. Louis to get back to 500, it would be an all-important 2 points, and it would be 6 points. I mean, 5 points on this road trip. So many positives.
Riley carries the puck in. His shot comes wide of the net. There to center ice by Nyquist. Skeets into the Av zone, coming wide. Center shot, glove, save and a beauty by Pickard.
You know what? Sometimes, Mike, we've been doing this long enough. Sometimes you feel goal. That one felt like right there, because it's coming through a screen. How did he find them? The puck was shot on the other side of Stewart. It comes through. He has no idea other than tracking it early, and that's a big time save.
Another great glove save. Made one on Datsuk earlier in the game. Abdelkader to the corner. It's to Datsuk behind the net for Abdelkader. Pass behind the net for Zetterberg. And off to Datsuk. Trying to cut around Tanguay. Staying with him. Datsuk protecting the puck. Slides it through. Johnson pokes it away from Zetterberg. And Abdelkader arrives. And the puck comes free. Zetterberg's got it again for Detroit. Working along the blue line. Trying to power his way past Hina. Takes him towards the board. Zetterberg still with the puck, centered in the slot for Datsuk. The Avalanche steal it away. It's Duchesne moving into the zone. Cuts across. He shoots, and that one went off of Marazek. Duchesne had it again, lost it. Datsuk to center ice. Makes the pass across for Abdelkader. Skates in. Skates behind the Avalanche net. Drags the puck with him. We're back in the corner for Datsuk. On him is Gennin. Datsuk handed it off. Pass across for Quincy. He shoots. The Avs block it. And the puck pops in the air. Franzen gets to the puck. Dropped in the corner for Helm to take. 3:20 left in the 5-minute overtime period. Barry spinning. Trying to come out into center ice. He does. Picking up speed as he moves through center. Gets into the Detroit zone. Up against the wall. Lost the puck. Carried up ice by Franzen. Back is Stewart. Franzen cuts in. He shoots and shot high. And the puck comes free for the Avalanche to take. McKinnon moves out to center ice. His pass chased to the corner by Briere. Kaiser ties him up. McKinnon reaches in for the Avalanche. Freed up. Here's a chance. Stewart fires. Save made by Mrazek. He came way out of the net to rob Stewart. Pass to center ice. Run through the middle by Tatar. Cuts over the line. Going wide. Pulls up. It's Duchesne. He's up the wing. Pass to the point. Nyquist darting down the wing. McKinnon staying with him. Nyquist still with the puck. Spins in the corner. To the point. Shot by Sheahan. Blocked. Stewart got in the way. 2:15 left to go. Red Wings taking their time coming out of the zone. Long pass for Datsuk. Gets in over the line. Cuts down the middle. Lost the puck. And the Avalanche have got it. Heda moves it behind the net. McGinley. It's checked by Nyquist. And the puck freed up for Datsuk. On him is Iginla, but Datsuk somehow dangles his way out of trouble. Gives the puck in the slot, back inner, blocked, and out to center ice. Zetterberg. Iginla on him. Puck Red Wing line. Danzig's got it. Pass over the line for Zetterberg. Cutting in, cuts it across, he shoots and missed. And around the wall, Zetterberg chases down his own shot. Avalanche get a hold of the puck. 1:20 left to go in overtime. Pass for Johnson, slipped away. Johnson down the middle. His pass broken up. Johnson got it again. Quick pass for the Red Wings to center ice for Helm. Cuts in over the line. He's got speed. He cuts in. He shoots. But Barry able to tie him up. Back around the wall. Tipped in by Franzen. Separated from the puck. Pass out to center ice for O'Reilly. Cutting in. Still with the puck is O'Reilly. Good hard work there from O'Reilly. Landeskog in the slot. But the pass doesn't connect. Helm shoots it down the ice. 40 seconds left to go in overtime.
Good work by both of these clubs. I mean, this is the pace we expected all game long.
30 seconds to go. Barry's pass for Landeskog. Hand off. And the give goes to Barry. 15 seconds left to go. Into the zone. The pass for O'Reilly. He winds, he shoots, had it blocked. 10 seconds left to go. Barry at center ice. Flings the puck in. And we're going to have a shootout. So neither team able to get it done through 65 minutes of play. And we're going to have a shootout. Well, overtime did not decide this game. So we're going to have a Groove Subaru shootout tonight.
Well, a couple of chances for both teams in overtime. Cutting through the middle, and again, Mike, it's just in watching Pickard, his ability to sort of, Mike, find that puck at the other end. Just, I mean, good hard work for both of these clubs. And man, Mike, I can't even tell you. Detroit is, they played well. Now they are 0-2-3 in their last 4 games. But for the Avalanche, if they win this one, come back, as we mentioned, 5 points out of 6 on the road trip, go to 3-0-2 in the last 5 games. All great things to build on.
Well, the Avalanche this season 3-2 in shootouts. They have won the last 3 shootouts, and our first shooter tonight will be Nathan MacKinnon. A couple of young goaltenders, and Nathan MacKinnon slowly coming in, cutting towards him. He shoots, he scores! He took his time, and Nathan MacKinnon, he is really proven to be outstanding in these shootout attempts.
4 for 4. And Mike, I was listening to you, but I was watching Pickard at the other end to see what his reaction would be. Mike, he had no reaction. He had no reaction. So he just sort of looked down the ice and seemed to be concentrating.
Well, tough task. Here's Pavel Datsyuk coming in to try to tie it. He dekes, he shoots, and Pickard stopped him. Their best guy, Pavel Datsyuk, denied by Calvin Pickard.
Just stays with it. Did that tick off the post? But either way, the Avalanche, Duchesne could really put the squeeze on.
Matt Duchesne, second shooter for the Avalanche, who have scored on their first opportunity. He turns, he backhands and scores. And then the Avalanche need another save from Pickard to win the game.
But Mike, again, I was listening to you, but watching Pickard, he had absolutely no reaction. He was just leaning against the post, just waiting, okay, fine.
Nyquist, if he scores, we continue. If Pickard stops him, the Avalanche win the game. Gus Nyquist moving in with some speed. He scores. Now he shows his ability by tying this up.
That's just smooth. I mean, that's just a wonderful move. You got to have all kinds of hockey courage, like with the puck, to make this move. Throw it, take a little off, and throw it through the legs. But the hero, Mike, he was in New York. He did it in New York.
Well, he goes back to all those great games against the Red Wings. He can win this one for the Avalanche. He missed it.
Well, in New York, he held on for a long time. Hey, it'd be interesting to talk to Tanguay after the game, because it certainly looked like he saw something on the stick side.
It comes down to this right now. Red Wings need a goal to continue. Pickard could win the game for the Avs with a save. Tatar with speed. He's in, he stops, he shoots, he scores. Well,
holy cow. One was a great move. That was a nice shot. He froze the goaltender. And
well, he just came to
stop
crawl there before he took the shot. Ryan O'Reilly. It's his turn. We're even. 2 goals apiece. 4th attempt for the Avalanche. O'Reilly loves to go wide. He shoots off the post.
the goalie comes way, way out. And then O'Reilly got him to bite. Right here he drops. Oh, I seem to have some room.
Riley saying, if he scores, Red Wings win. Pickard makes the save. We continue. Sheahan cutting in. Save made by Pickard. And now we go to the 5th round.
Mike, he gets lower and lower as the man gets in.
Abe Landeskog, 2 for 7 in his career. Picks up the puck. He's going wide. Now cutting in. Glove save made by Mrazek with a little flair.
Oh, yeah. Got the glove high, comes across. Landeskog thought he had him.
He went for the poke check.
Yeah, went for the poke check.
Well, Franzen, who's been an Avalanche killer, is in a position to win it for Detroit. Pickard has to make the save to continue things. A left-handed shooter, Franzen, coming wide. Glove save by Pickard. And we'll go to the 6th round.
Well, Landeskog, glove. Franzen, glove. He didn't flinch, did he? I mean, he stayed in one goaltending posture the whole way.
Daniel Briere, 6th shooter tonight for the Avalanche. The Wiley veteran cutting in. No, stuffed at the post. Just on the line with a skate save by Peter Mrazek.
Oh, he tried. He tried to jam it home as best he could.
How about this? They're going with a defenseman. Only his 3rd shootout attempt in his career. He's coming with a little speed. Gronwall, backhander, save made by Pickard. We're going to go to the 7th round.
And one thing you have to remember, that most clubs use their top talent, Mike, early. And that's one of the reasons why some of these shootouts can go a long way.
Mitchell's had some success. I like the Avs' chance right here with John Mitchell. Let's see if he can come through for Colorado. Put the pressure on the Red Wings. Weaving his way in. Mitchell stuffed. Well, he tried. He was going back and forth trying to get Mrazek to move. But he stayed down and made the save.
Mrazek's getting stronger as the shootout goes along. He made a really nice move there.
Henrik Zetterberg has not scored in a shootout this season, 0 for 2. He can win it, or Pickard can keep this going to round 8. Zetterberg! No! Just reached out with that pad to make the save.
He Forsberged it. This is the famous postage stamp Forsberg move, one hand.
Oh, that was as close as it could possibly be. Tyson Barrie's turn, round 8. Tyson Barrie missed.
Well, the Avalanche have tried absolutely everything. They have deep to the
A lot
right
of different
side.
kinds of shots, right?
Yeah, seen everything.
Thomas Jurko has not scored a shootout goal in his career. Jurko, 8th attempt for Detroit, taking his time. Backhander, missed the net. It looked like he had it, and he missed.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Pickard. He wastes about as little energy as any goalie I've seen. After he makes the save or whatever, he just stands up, puts his glove on the net, and just relaxes.
Jerome McGinley becomes the 9th shooter for the Avalanche. Jerome McGinley, the veteran, against the young goalie. He shoots, he scores! Jerome McGinley has put the Avs ahead 3-2.
Now that would be sweet. You bring the veteran, Mike, to help this hockey club, and he scores what to this point would be the biggest goal of the season.
Right through the 5-hole between the pillows. And for Detroit, it's up to Brendan Smith to keep it going. Calvin Pickard can win it for the Avalanche with a save. Smith! And it is stopped, and the Avalanche have won! Calvin Pickard with a save on the 9th shooter of the night for the Red Wings, and the Avalanche come from behind with a late power play goal in the 3rd and then win it in a shootout. And they've taken 5 of 6 points on this road trip and gotten themselves some real good feeling coming back to Denver.
Absolutely. They got a game against St. Louis, Mike. One game before Christmas. They're now one game under 500. A chance to get back to 500 and get some traction in this Western Conference.
9 rounds before it was decided, and the final attempt by Brendan Smith stopped by Pickard. Jerome McGinley scored the 3rd goal scorer. This was the winner for the Avalanche as they went in a shootout 2-1 over Detroit. Avs will play the Blues on Tuesday night, and that one will not be on altitude. We'll be back with you next week against the Blackhawks. Now let's get you to the studio for the AutoNation Toyota Locker Room Report.